Hey guys, how are you doing? I just wanted to hop on here. Um, I always do that, just hopping on, to chat a little bit about today's BOGO, so it's Tuesday, today, February, and February 20th. And today's BOGO is quite a powerhouse couple, I have to say. This little duo are strong. They contain strong oils. So what we've got is Buy One Deep Blue. Now you'll notice that this has got a safety cap on it. That's because of the wintergreen in here. You cannot ingest this oil, okay? So that's the deep blue, which always comes in a 5 ml, and you'll get an Oregano 15 ml for free. Okay, so I'm going to kick off with the deep blue. Now, deep blue is known as our soothing blend, okay? So deep blue is a really strong blend of wintergreen, camphor, peppermint. You've also got blue tansy and blue chamomile in here, and helichrysum. Now, you won't be able to see this actually, but it's this luscious blue colour from the blue tansy, and it's just this really, really strong, intense oil. So if you've got any aches or pains, so for example, I get what they kind of call mother's thumb from picking up my kids. So like my thumb joints get quite achy here. It's brilliant for that kind of thing. Or if you have any like arthritic pain, joint pain, any muscular aches, anything like that, deep blue is going to be one of your best friends. It's the helichrysum in it, so basically the oils in it are give it kind of an analgesic property. It also helps to reduce inflammation in the body as well, and helps to reduce pain. And one of the kind of key ingredients in here is helichrysum. Helichrysum is this insanely good oil, which is very regenerative. And it helps to heal the body and also kind of fuse the body. So I spoke yesterday that if you get any kind of cut or anything, you can actually apply helichrysum to stop the bleeding. So what the helichrysum is doing in this little blend is it's really helping if you have any injuries or anything like that. It'll actually help with shock, but also help with pain relief there, but also start to help the body regenerate as well and heal. So this is a great little blend, not just for pain relief, but also to support that reduction in inflammation and the body's natural ability to heal itself as well. So it's a great oil for anybody who does a lot of sport, for example. This is one of the key oils in our athletes kit that we do. It also comes in a rub. I'll show you here. Obviously not on today's BOGO, but it comes in a rub as well that you can layer both of them up. Or you can just use that on its own or this on its own. It is fantastic for any kind of pain relief, that you might have from arthritis, any kind of rheumatism, also fibromyalgia as well. It's really good for that kind of just giving some pain relief to the body. Any kind of muscle tension or whiplash, anything like that. You can also use it pre and post workout, so it will really support the body. It's almost like, that kind of deep rub that we used to get, but it's a completely toxin free alternative to those kinds of things. Okay, it's also great for growing pains. So if you've got kids that are experiencing any kind of growing pains, you can dilute this down. It also comes in a touch roller bottle that you can get, or you can make your own, and you can just pop it on your kids' legs or wherever they're experiencing growing pains, and it's fantastic for that kind of thing. Great for headaches, also fantastic for menstrual cramps. So what I do is, if I actually get quite bad ovulation pains, so I rub it on to the area, but I also layer it up with our women's blend, which is called Claricam, and that's really fantastic for that as well. It also will help to reduce bruises and support the body. So I actually broke my pinky toe last. It's like one of the most annoying bones in the body. Apparently it's not the smallest one, but hey. And I broke it last year, and I actually popped on some deep blue to that straight away and kept doing that, and actually it was quite a bad break, but it didn't the bruising, and it didn't swell up at all. So it was fantastic at helping my body heal actually from that injury. So a great one for any kind of injuries or anything like that. But again, you can actually use it to support the body if you know that you're going on a big run or that kind of thing. Just rub your legs down as well. It's actually apparently also fantastic for using with horses as well. So if you've got any horses, like race horses or things, it is great to use on them too. So From an emotional level, it is known as the oil of surrendering pain. So obviously, all of the physical benefits of it are very much about pain relief, reducing inflammation in the body, that sort of thing. And on an emotional level, it carries that on through into the surrender of pain. So as we all know, if you're in any situation of kind of chronic pain, be that physical or emotional, it can leave us perhaps a little bit foggy, we don't have pure mental clarity, we can be quite irritable, and we can just be kind of down on life. So what Deep Blue assists you to do on an emotional level is to really surrender to the pain. And as such, quite often when we stop resisting pain and fighting against the situation, sometimes the pain can lessen. And because quite often it's our mind telling us, our body, to kind of tense up and respond to that pain. When actually we surrender to it, we open up more to that, and the pain can lessen and sometimes dissipate altogether. So on an emotional level, Deep Blue really assists us in that surrendering process. It also just helps you keep your mind really sort of in a more calm and collected space. So particularly if you are feeling any pain, be that emotional or physical, it will assist with mental clarity and just kind of keeping your cool, I guess, if you want to say that. It does feel quite warm when you put it on the body. That's the analgesic properties of the oils working there, and it'll just really soothe any pain straight away. So you just apply, you can actually apply this neat, but also it's great to dilute because it just goes further if you dilute it. So as soon as you put it on your body, you'll start to feel this lovely, gorgeous kind of warming effect. For some people it's warming, some people it's cooling. It just depends how your body reacts. And you can also pop it on the bottoms of your feet for a kind of all over body effect. So if it is something like arthritis, I would pop it on the affected areas, and then I would also maybe pop it on the bottoms of my feet, so that it can have an all over body response. Okay, so that is your Deep Blue. Now moving on to Oregano. Now this is a spicy little bugger, not gonna lie, and I am warning you, okay? So I'm just gonna smell this. So this oil, oh my goodness, it is intense. So it's fantastic actually for using in cooking. A lot of our oils can be used in cooking. And the beauty of that is you can build up a really intense flavour with an oil which is not going to go off in your store cupboard either. So oils are 50 to 70 times more, 50 to 70 times stronger than herbs, than their herbal equivalent. So little and often. So what I would actually do with oregano if I'm using it in cooking is I would just get a toothpick and I would dip it in the oil, and then I would just build up my flavour that way, because sometimes even a drop can be too much as well, okay? So that's how you can use it in your cooking. But what oregano provides us with, the oregano is an incredible powerhouse within nature. It's antibacterial, it's antifungal, it has antiviral properties as well. It's anti-parasitic. So what you've got with this little baby is you can use it if, for example, say you have the flu, and we all know there's been a massive push from doctors because to say that you don't go to the doctor if you've got the flu, because antibiotics do not work. So unless it turns into a chest infection, antibiotics will not work on the flu virus. However, oregano, which is actually known as nature's antibiotic, but the beauty of oregano is its molecular structure is so small that it can actually transfer into the cell and work on a virus. So the reason that antibiotics work, I'm going to do a little demonstration here. So this is like your cell, and say your virus is inside your cell. Okay, so it's floating about like this inside your cell. The problem with antibiotics is they cannot pass the cell barrier. Okay, they can't come in to get this virus that is inside your cell. All right. So what's going to happen with that is the antibiotics will just float around in your system, and they won't actually activate on the virus. Now that is why they just don't work on viruses. Oregano can permeate the cell membrane and actually go to work on the virus. So it's fantastic if you're floored with flu or anything like that. You absolutely want to get your hands on oregano. Now I did that a couple of years ago. I've not actually had this Christmas I used it, but to intensify a couple of Christmases ago. And I Googled it. Don't do that. Come and talk to me about it. So I found this thing where you can put it in a shot of water. Now you can do this, you're not going to die. But you can put one drop in a shot of water and down the hatch. However, it is really spicy. So I actually thought I burnt my throat out. I hadn't. It was all fine, but it was really, really spicy. So the best thing to do is actually you can get these kind of empty veggie capsules that you can put some drops in, pop the lid on, and then you drink that down with lots of water, and then that will actually get the oregano in your system. So I know in Canada, for example, every winter season everybody uses oil of oregano tablets, so you can make your own with super high quality oregano from doTERRA, and it's awesome. It really works so quickly. So that flu virus that I had a couple of years ago, it was so intense. I was actually begging the doctor to help me, which is not normally up my street, and of course, they couldn't. It was just a flu. But within 2 days of starting to take this, I felt so much better. It was really, really good. And so you would just do, for a virus, you would do it maybe 3 or 4 even capsules a day, 2 to 3 drops in each capsule, okay? And you would only do that for 10 days, and then you'd give the body a break, all right? So it also works on things like the staph infection and MRSA as well. Because of its properties, it actually can kill these viruses. So it's great for warts as well. Here's a little bit of an overshare. I had a wart on my wedding finger, actually. I'm just going to put my rings on. And what I did is placed a little bit of fractionated coconut oil around the area, and then just got a cotton tip and popped some oregano on that, and within 3 days the wart was gone. It was totally incredible. So I know stories of people that have used it on like verrucas as well, and it's been incredible, particularly for children, because I think there's a bit of a tendency with, I guess, with sports and things that they're doing to maybe pick up things. So this is brilliant. And what you could even do is make up a little spray, just dilute it down in a spray bottle. With water. Distilled water is the best thing to use. So I use smart water, or you can distill your own, and you pop a few drops of oregano in there, and I'd probably stick in some tea tree as well. And you can actually just shake that up and spritz it on their feet, say after they've been, like if they're active swimmers or something like that, just to kind of clean things up a little bit and keep any bugs at bay. It's also great for anything like kind of carpal tunnel. So you can actually apply it directly, diluted though, remember, because it is spicy, and this will cause skin sensitivity, okay? So dilute it down. What we always say is 5 drops to 10 mils of carrier oil, okay, for an adult. For kids, you take that away and you dilute it down to 2 or 3 drops per 10 mils, so you half the 5. And for babies, you would only ever use 1 to 10, okay? 1 drop in 10 mils of carrier oil, all right? So you'd pick, for carpal tunnel or anything like that, you would just apply it diluted to the area of pain, and it'll help to reduce that pain in there. So it's a great one actually in conjunction with your deep blue as well. Emotionally, it is known as the oil of humility and non-attachment. So at a very spiritual level, what oregano is going to assist us in doing is giving up the kind of material concerns and attachments that we have to communicate and connect more directly with our divine power. So it removes blocks. It's very, very good at clearing negativity and dispelling kind of negative attachments that we might have. You might find that when you're taking oregano, say for example your flu, you start to actually let go of some negative feelings that you have going on, perhaps maybe toxic relationships or a job that you hate, for example. It can really assist with you kind of supporting your choices around those kinds of things. It's also a really good one for any destructive habits. So it's very good at helping us detach from that kind of thing. So it really will support us to kind of leave the shit behind and move forward and move through into our greater power. So it really is. Oregano is such a powerhouse oil. It's absolutely incredible. And to be honest, you won't use much. So a bottle of oregano will last you a very long time, but it is a fantastic one to have in your remedy cabinet. It really is, for the entire family. It's absolutely fantastic. So these little combo, they are strong oils, complete powerhouse combo, but a fantastic little BOGO today. So I thoroughly recommend getting your hands on this little one. Okay, see you soon, guys. If you've got any questions, please just let me know. All right, speak to you later. Bye.